Bobby Roode and Austin Aries at Genesis because it's the first pay-per-view of 2013, and you know, I like to face fear head on, and with those two guys and the charismatic enigma, I mean, I don't think you can go wrong.
You know, there's nothing more unpredictable than a three-way match. All the elements involved, everything that you have to look out for, eyes in the back of your head. But what I really liked was the attitude of Jeff Hardy. He wants to take care of business. He wants to take care of both of them at one time. And that's why I'm picking Jeff Hardy to retain the championship at Genesis.
Got a saying, belts don't rub me, I rub belts. Dare I say the world title needs me to be prestigious once again.
Straight down, brainbuster, hit the cover, here we go, here's two. Yeah! He did it!
Last year, 2012, I began the year as the World Heavyweight Champion, and I carried that world title for 8 months. The longest reigning, most dominant World Heavyweight Champion in the history of this company. Everybody knows that. And now, here we are, 2013. And what a better way to kick it all off than to have a new champion, the champion, the greatest champion in this company's history, to take that title and run with it.
At Genesis, Jeff Hardy will retain the title, one, because it's meant to be, and I think two, because the creatures still deserve it, man. You know, as long as I'm here, I want to be the world champion as long as I can be. And basically, what I'm doing feels right.
You see, when I was a world champion, I didn't carry around some other belt with me to take away from what I own. In my eyes, in my opinion, since I lost the World Heavyweight Championship, it's all been downhill.
Austin Aries is insanely desperate to get the world title back. I think when he won the world title for the first time, it put him over the edge.
I'm going to take my anger and my frustration and everything that I have built up inside me, and I'm going to take it out on Jeff and Austin. And then I'm going to walk away with that World Heavyweight title.
At Genesis, I'm willing to hurt myself like I always am to retain and still be the World Heavyweight Champion. And if that means, you know, not getting up after the match, I guess that's what it means, but I'm going to do whatever it takes.
AA Austin Aries and the it factor of professional wrestling, Bobby Roode, challenge the charismatic enigma Jeff Hardy for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Main event time with the World Heavyweight Championship on the line, and the champ might be in jeopardy like never before. Taz and Mike, break it down for us.
Well, basically, if you want to see here, you can see the size difference between the men from height and weight. Look, size advantage obviously goes to Bobby Roode. He's the bigger competitor. Hardy's got inch in height. Austin Aries not as big as the other two, but you got to watch Aries. Nasty competitor.
Let's break it down with the bullet points for our main event. World champion Jeff Hardy, amazing level of confidence and courage, challenging both Bobby Roode and Austin Aries to the title match tonight at Genesis. Speaking of Roode and Aries, Thursday, Impact, we all witnessed the visual. The two challengers fighting for possession of Hardy's title belt. Will they work together against Hardy tonight? If it's to their advantage, it sure sounds that way. And tonight's elimination rules means it's all about one thing: survival. To succeed, you got to do everything in your power not to be eliminated first. Hardy has to be concerned about the mentality of the two challengers. Jeff needs to stand tall in light of the numbers game if he wants to remain world champ.
A double Austin Aries, won in 2012. He had won the World Heavyweight Championship, put an end to the longest championship reign in company history. He's been playing leapfrog with Bobby Roode to try and get a shot. Tonight, they both get a crack at the goal.
I'll tell you, I found it interesting listening to Bobby Roode in that interview moments ago. I mean, he more or less said he's going to work as a unit with Aries to eliminate the world champion.
Taz, you have been the most vocal of the three of us in terms of talking about how Jeff Hardy's world championship is in jeopardy. And after what I have seen and after what I've heard tonight, the pre-match interviews from both Austin Aries and Bobby Roode, I don't think there's any question that there is going to be collusion between these two. Could spell trouble for the reigning champion, the charismatic Enigma.
Well, Bobby Roode and Austin Aries certainly share in their hatred of the current World Heavyweight Champion, Jeff Hardy. And per your rundown of the stipulations of this matchup earlier tonight, they can team up. They can eliminate Hardy, take him out of the equation, and it would come down to Aries Roode with the title on the line.
I'm surprised that this arena is big enough, or that ring's big enough to deal with the ego of those two men and Bobby Roode. I meant JB and Aries. I'm joking.
Charismatic Enigma. He has been tested by fire as the World Heavyweight Champion, and somehow, some way, he continues to endure and hold on to the title. Can he do it again tonight?
In terms of numbers, Jeff Hardy is probably going to be at a disadvantage tonight. That's been established. But in terms of support, this Impact Zone crowd stands as one to salute the World Heavyweight Champion. In terms of that fan support, it's advantage champ Jeff Hardy has the majority on his side tonight, and they are vocal in their support.
Well, they are the creatures of the night. And that's who, that's who Hardy's people are. That's who the world champ, his fan base, all the people of the night. They're a little bit freaky, let's be honest. And they're definitely here in full effect behind the champion.
So will it be total non-stop Aries? Will it be the return of the dominance of the It Factor? Or will 2013 be the consecutive year of the charismatic Enigma? We find out in our main event. Here to set the stage for our main event as only he can. Standing by, JB, take it away.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is your Genesis main event of the evening. When the bell rings, the man in charge, TNA official Mr. Brian Hebner. And now, live from Universal Studios Orlando, it's time for your Genesis main event of the evening. Introducing first of all, he stands in the corner to my right and weighed in this morning at 212 pounds. He comes to us from Tampa, Florida. He is a double Austin Aries. And now, introducing competitor number 2, standing in the corner to my left, he weighed in this morning at 238 pounds and comes to us from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. He is the It Factor, Bobby Roode. And now, introducing, standing in the corner to my left, he weighed in this morning at 228 pounds and comes to us from Cameron, North Carolina. He is the current reigning and defending TNA Heavyweight Champion of the World, Jeff Hardy.
As always, the charismatic Enigma, the World Heavyweight Champion, has his game face on. He's got the creatures behind him, but he's in there, as you mentioned, Mike, with the two most recent former world heavyweight champions. These three have had the title picture locked up for a long time.
And no further need for any speculation from us three. It's time to see how this world title match, our main event at Genesis, will unfold.
That's right. Sit back, cinch him up. This is going to be one hell of a ride. Bell sounds, and here we go.
Well, you can see it right here. Both Aries and Roode. Quasi almost have Hardy cornered. For a moment they did. They're just looking at him. Roode's directing traffic.
But Aries doesn't like to be dictated to. Looks like a meeting of the minds between the two challengers.
Well, they're both conniving guys. And you know the thing, look, this is for the World Heavyweight title. It's every man for himself.
And it's a 2-on-1 beatdown in the corner on the World Heavyweight Champion. So that collusion that they talked about earlier coming to light in the early goings of this World Heavyweight title main event. And that doesn't bode well for the champ.
No, because the champ could get eliminated by both Aries and Roode, and then Aries and Roode, then they fight it out for the World Heavyweight Championship.
And I think that's exactly the game plan that these two have. The one comment that they've been making is that Jeff Hardy is not deserving to be World Heavyweight Champion. They want to eliminate him first. Hardy fights back, shows good offense early against both challengers.
Champ's going to have his head on a swivel here, Taz.
Yeah, it sure is. I mean, there's no back down in the World Heavyweight Champion, Jeff Hardy. But right now, he just took out both men. That's huge.
Bulldog and clothesline in stereo follows up with the inverted atomic drop on Bobby Roode, and drops him, goes tweeners there, and a nice drop kick takes him down. Trying to get rid of him early. That's what he's got to do. He's got to divide and conquer somehow.
Great burst of adrenaline in the opening going, the early minutes of this match, as Jeff Hardy plays off the emotions of the crowd here at Genesis. And then from behind, this is the head on a swivel. This is the numbers game. This is the honor among thieves, as Roode takes him right down.
Roode really took down Jeff Hardy. Whiplash-like motion on the back of his head.
Yeah, Hardy's whole body was on a swivel there. Hit the canvas hard. And now Roode and Aries, the two contenders for Hardy's championship, continue to team up here. Their goal, eliminate the champ, make it a one-on-one matchup. Can they do it? Hardy's got Aries. High impact, that alley-oop-like move that he's been executing ever since his world title matchup with Aries. Inbound for glory. Look out!
Oh, man. Oh, God.
Taz, Hardy talked about it. He's willing to sacrifice. He's willing to hurt himself.
Well, let's take another look at it right here. You want to see sacrifice? Watch this. That's the World Heavyweight Champion trying to take out Bobby Roode. My God. A wild man, Hardy.
But I mean, that ability to sacrifice, that throwing caution to the wind, that's really what has made Jeff Hardy who he is throughout his entire career.
He's fueled by it. The man is fueled by that.
Wow.
Right into the double R spine buster there by Roode.
See, now again, if Hardy would have been pinned, he obviously would have lost the world title, but he would have been eliminated, and Roode and Aries would do battle for the world title.
And that one was close, and when you think back to how many opponents Bobby Roode has defeated with that spine buster, fortunate for Hardy to escape before the 3 count.
Great counter there by Roode. Hardy was looking for the twist of fate and a nice back suplex, belly to back into the cover, looking to eliminate the champ again. And this is the pace that most fits Bobby Roode, where you can slow it down.
Well, yeah, that's how he's systematic. You know, he's systematic, he's calculating, he picks his spots and he picks apart your body.
That was one of your keys to victory in their one-on-one matchup that you had, Taz, the poise of Bobby Roode.
Yes, I sometimes look at the keys to victory and I think about them. But no, yes, I believe that Bobby Roode definitely is loaded with poise, and that's what he's about. He's a proud guy, but he's got poise. He's in control at all times during a match.
Never gets flustered, right?
That's what poise means, Mike.
Oh, God, cut off by Aries, came out of nowhere.
Hardy, now look out, trying to take advantage. Aries securing the cover. I think Hardy was maybe looking whisper in the wind on Roode, and Aries came in. into the cover again. Aries had some time on the outside to rest up. And he's come back with a vengeance.
Hey, listen, Aries has a sense of urgency. He saw an opening, and he gunned after it. It didn't work, but he's bringing a lot of offense here to Hardy.
And just as both challengers promised everything within their power to take Hardy out, there's another near fall.
And it's just like we saw Roode pick his spots on Hardy. Now we're seeing, you know, Austin Aries do the same thing. So that'll be a game plan here, and I think that, as we talked about a little bit, Bobby Roode exposed that game plan in his interview before the match with JB.
Aries now, the ruthless efficiency of Austin Aries. What a shot with the elbow, hook of the leg, trying to eliminate him again. And guys, you know, in a normal triple threat match, elimination rules, you know, people might be trading pinfalls, but Hardy finds himself constantly in harm's way. He's just being smothered by both contenders.
You're right, time after time, it's been either Roode or Aries on the offense against Hardy, with Hardy doing everything within his power to escape before he's put away with a 3 count. But I mean, how long is Hardy going to be able really to survive against both of these guys? At this time, you might see Roode down at the bottom of your screen right there. Roode's catching his breath as well.
Well, listen, the resiliency of Jeff Hardy is very well documented, but it's definitely going to get tested hard here. Looking good, though. The champ's looking good right here.
Repeated shots there by Hardy. The creatures counting in unison. Talking about having eyes in the back of your head. He backs off Roode now. A little meeting of the minds. And perhaps an inverted, look at that. Poetry in motion by Hardy, taking advantage of a down Bobby Roode.
Right up the back of Roode, crashes into Aries, stacks him or sets him side by side.
Now what?
Don't tell me. Oh gosh, he hits hard. That's the second time in this matchup that Hardy was looking to put it away, to go high risk off the top rope. But again, when you got 2 guys in there, he's countered and he's in a world of hurt again.
Yeah, Bobby Roode was the, well, he orchestrated that by pulling Jeff Hardy down, and he really landed hard, man, right on his, you know, his lower extremities from taking the high road.
Count is on as both men just blatantly choking Hardy in the corner, and that's going to take a lot of wind out of the champ.
Both Roode and Aries relentless here against Hardy, exploiting the 5 count in the corner from one guy to the other, and now the double team beatdown continues.
Sure does. Double back elbow now going into the cover. Now one for Aries. And just the energy that Hardy has to continue to give up just to kick out of these repeated pinfall attempts.
Exactly. And both men are just, each man tried to get the pin. You know, it's every man for himself, as we said, but they're trying to take out the world champ. And I tell you what, that game plan looks like it's going to work.
That's why there's no need for the other guy to try and make a save against Hardy here, because it's established what they're trying to do. It's plain and simple. It's 2-on-1.
It's like target practice right now. Whoa.
I got him.
A little dissension here, though, by the challengers.
Size of the egos that Taz talked about earlier.
Either way, it's going to be bad for the World Heavyweight Champion, however. All the way from the top. Oh, huge superplex by Roode.
That's got to be it. He's got to have him. Oh.
Somehow, some way, though, Hardy continues to dig down deep and survive. That was one of your points in the tail of the tape, and survive is what he's doing here, Mike. But how long can he keep this up?
What Jeff Hardy has been known for throughout his career. But I'm with you. The longer that this match goes, and the longer that Roode and Aries can continue this 2-on-1 against Hardy, it's just tough to give him a chance.
Hey, wait. I got an idea. On your shoulder.
The hell is this?
Roode said he had an idea.
Oh, no.
Well, we saw a superplex. We might see a super duperplex here.
Oh, my.
Look at the elevation.
This guy's crazy. They're going to just trying to totally eliminate Hardy, and Hardy fighting back. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Oh! Oh my God!
Now that was incredible.
That was freaking awesome.
Timber, the World Heavyweight Champ, takes them both down with the whisper in the wind.
There's only one Jeff Hardy. Let's take a look right now, and you'll see why. Watch this.
Bam! One of the signature moves of Jeff Hardy has all of a sudden taken this match to somewhat even footing at this point, but Hardy's got to get back up and get on the offense.
Yeah, that window of opportunity to capitalize can shut in a hurry with these two. Hardy trying to take advantage, but both men already back to their feet. But Aries goes down again.
Now, quick, the World Heavyweight Champion, Jeff Hardy is
not quick enough to see Austin Aries blindside him and take him crashing down to the floor just before Hardy was going to fly and try and land on Roode outside at the guardrail.
Yeah, time and time again, every time in this matchup that Hardy has really tried to go high risk, except for that high impact move a minute ago. Somebody's been there to put a stop to it. Really cutting out any advantage Hardy could potentially have in a match like this.
There's the quickness of the World Heavyweight Champion.
Oh man, Aries inadvertently, he just really smashed into Bobby Roode bad.
Clear out at ringside, folks.
Here we go.
The champ taking advantage of his environment. Right into the rail on the outside, and a bad landing there into the steps. And the Impact Zone can do our talking for us on that one.
Well, you know what? Hey, Jeff Hardy, the World Heavyweight Champion, he will definitely amp up the excitement in an arena anywhere in this world. We're seeing it right here, man. He's really picking the pace up.
Nobody to stop him this time.
Realizes that he can't rest on his laurels. Can't take a second off. Trying to take out Aries on the far side. Quickly turns his attention to Roode. Gonna roll him in. Because also Hardy knows he's got to get the pin. Or he's got to get the submission win inside the ring.
Good point, Mike. Yep, he's got to incapacitate one of them on the outside, roll the other one in, and try and put him away. And he's only got a short time to do it. Aries cuts him off yet again.
Uh-oh, Jeff might double here.
Putting on the brakes. Oh, look at that. Hardy deposits him with that front suplex right onto his cohort.
That's the way to do it. Use one opponent against the other.
Big cover him. Elimination on the way. Another close call there, trying to take advantage. So tough. The champ is in one hell of a bad predicament here in this match.
Yeah, but he's making the most of it. He's making the most of it right here. Oh!
Until that.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
What a spear by Roode. The champ's going to be out of this one. We saw Hardy take advantage of a fallen opponent earlier for the poetry in motion. This time it was Roode stepping off the body of Aries and catching him with that nasty spear.
Time after time, we have seen that it's been just this close to an elimination of our World Heavyweight Champion, Jeff Hardy. But Hardy's still alive in the three-way elimination.
As we've talked about it throughout the matchup, what's it going to take for Hardy to survive? But with the resiliency of Jeff Hardy, what's it going to take to get him out of this match?
I think you're witnessing it. Yeah, he's got both arms trapped here. Look at that, Aries. Great cover. Great cover right there.
That after the discus forearm that rocked and snapped the head and neck of Hardy straight back. Here comes Roode up into the air, and with an assist from Aries right into the pin.
Into the cover now.
Just a matter of time. Jeff Hardy, the World Heavyweight Champ, is just a pin cushion right now for Aries and Roode.
But you see it here, Taz, the frustration starting to seep into the challengers.
Yeah, well, because it takes a lot to defeat Jeff Hardy, but you got two amazing competitors that are just trying to tear you apart.
Yeah, the longest reigning World Heavyweight Champion in history and the man who defeated him for it. So it's just a miracle that Hardy is surviving. And he can't escape this time. Roode's got a hold of him. Oh! What a shot!
Lights out.
Full speed drop kick. Is he gonna go?
Looking to spike up. Brainbuster!
Got it. Aries got it here. Oh!
Thought he was toast.
How in the hell did Hardy kick out of that?
Got me. That's crazy.
Roode can't believe it either.
As if that drop kick wasn't enough. That insane brainbuster. Watch this. Watch the head of Hardy.
Damn.
Go up top. Hit this thing. Hit it. Finish him.
Well, I think that Roode is telling Aries go up to hit the thing. I think the thing he's talking about is the 450.
One would presume, with the motions of Roode, let's see if Aries can deliver it. And Hardy can't fight back. We did! He got able to move out of the way!
Unbelievable that Hardy... look at this! No honor amongst thieves, looking for the ultimate payoff! Fisherman suplex cover!
No!
Bobby Roode, my man. That's smart right there.
What's that going to do to the collusion and the relationship between Roode and Aries, though?
Well, Roode, I think, realizes, hey, this doubling up thing on Jeff Hardy ain't working.
And these two men, consumed with winning the World Heavyweight title, are now going at it in this elimination main event. What a forearm shot.
Caught him with the elbow, man. Elbow and forearm. I thought Roode might have been knocked out for a sec.
These two guys so consumed with the world title, they might just take each other out and think of the much-needed breather that Hardy is getting in the midst of all of this.
Roode looked dazed as he was brought up to his feet, able to come back. First front suplex, tosses Aries across the ring, and now Roode's got Aries in his sights.
Oh, but that beautiful counter, sprawled out of the spear into the last chancery.
What a perfect answer
get him.
it was by Aries to the running, charging spear by Roode.
Beautiful counter right into one of his own chairs.
Oh, is he going to tap?
He went to the eyes, did Roode. Tough hold to get at him. Got to take the low road.
Almost eliminated by submission there. Oh, and now, talking about signatures the other way now with the crossface.
Got that thing locked right in the middle of the ring.
Got the arm seized at the same time, Taz.
Aries trying to curl the other arm in, maybe cradle up for a pin. There it is. That's how you hook the leg while that hand is flat on the mat.
Great insight.
Turning into it, taking the effect away from the hold. Looking for that roaring forearm again. Didn't have the distance he needed. Got in a little too close.
Now he's got the separation.
Oh my God, the power right there of Roode. Look at that counter.
Boy, these guys seemingly have an answer for everything their opponent is trying to dish out.
Well, he might not have an answer right now, Aries, for the superplex he's about to get hit with. I think that's what Roode had in mind, but excellent work here by Austin Aries.
Box in the ears, takes him down. Aries is perched. Missile drop kick on the money. We might be closing in on our first elimination. If Aries can keep on the throttle here, drop kick in the corner.
Full speed drop kick. Gonna bring Roode back out. Looks like it's time to go brainbuster again.
Roode out the back door though. Counters into the rear waist lock, rolls him up, looking for the pin.
Oh! Tights and all, and still didn't get the win. Look at this backslide. Backslide.
Oh, wait. How about Hardy?
Whoa!
Hardy dropped right down.
Wow.
Into the pin. And I believe he counted 3.
I think he did.
Top.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, Roode's eliminated. Wow.
Aries and Roode trying to take each other out, and how about the opportunistic World Heavyweight Champion? Now it's down to one-on-one.
Aries tried to use the shortcut of leverage out of the ropes in the corner. Hardy sneaks back in and ends up pinning Roode. Roode's eliminated. Now it's down to Hardy versus Aries for the world title.
And Hardy not looking too good at all right now.
I know bullshit. So, sir.
I think Aries complaining that he didn't get credit for the pin on Roode, but either way, it's Roode. Yeah. Exactly. Why beef about that?
Oh, there's that ego you talked about. Oh! No time to argue about it again. Aries counters, though. He's a master at it. These two know each other so well. Think of the battle.
Oh, God!
Twist of fate through the ropes, head first.
I've never seen that before. Ever seen that before?
That was one hell of a nose dive.
Jeff Hardy's gonna fly.
Can he hit it? Can he hit it?
Yes. There it is. Swanton bomb. Cover. Unbelievable.
The winner of the match, and still TNA Heavyweight Champion of the World, Jeff Hardy.
Wow.
Talk about overcoming a massive obstacle or two. The world champ just did that.
Wow. Guys, let's be honest. We have just witnessed one of the gutsiest, one of the most courageous efforts and performances ever by the World Heavyweight Champion, Jeff Hardy. You're right, Taz. Appeared as if the deck was totally stacked against Hardy. But amazingly enough, the charismatic Enigma is able to do it and win the elimination match tonight, and he's still got the title.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
He's going to have some bumps and bruises tomorrow, I can assure you that. I mean, this was not an easy task. I thought for sure. I mean, I had Jeff Hardy lose this match. I really thought he would lose his title. I really did.
Now, you said it from the get-go, Taz. If there was ever a night that the World Heavyweight Champion was right for the picking, it was tonight. Gonna take a look back at some of the action.
Yeah, you know, we hit on this before the match started. That man right there, Bobby Roode, in an interview before the match with JB, basically said, hey, look, Austin Aries and I are going to work as a cohesive unit, and we're going to double up on Hardy. Well, they did. They did it a lot, and it worked a lot. But Hardy never quit. He never gave up. No matter what these men brought to him, he kept bringing the fight back like a valiant world champion. And at times it looked like this here in the superplex. We thought he was done. And that right there might have been a turning point for Jeff Hardy to amp up. And watch the impact here. Boom! Hardy gets out of the way. Roode gets drilled. And then Hardy just did his masterpiece.
There was that suicide dive that started the dissension. Hardy started to roll, but look at that, the brain buster there by Aries.
And then off the top, with Roode directing traffic, Aries goes for the 450. This is the great shot now. Aries tried to use the rope for the pin. Hardy sneaks in, and it's Hardy who gets the pin on Roode. The twist of fate, like you said, that we've never seen delivered like that before, Taz.
And then this was it right here. After that insane twist of fate, Swanton bomb. Right there, retaining his World Heavyweight Championship, the charismatic